Hey, Allison here, aka Kaleidoscope Alley. I just had a little moment of insight walking home in the woods, and my daughter's ridden up ahead, but we were walking past up the hill and there was a little beetle turned upside down struggling to get turned right again, and she stopped and turned it over, and I had this like flash of, if you've ever seen the movie Sliding Doors, you'll know what I mean, like these tiny decisions that we make and tiny ways that our paths cross others and nature and things every day. And I had this little film of all like how the world would never be the same because my daughter, like we switched timelines completely because my daughter turned this beetle up on its feet. And that can sound crazy, but like imagine she didn't turn it over and then a bird said, that looks tasty, and it flew down, and as it was eating the beetle, it got startled by a car coming up the road, which isn't so big, and the car got startled by the bird and ran into a bicyclist, say, and what the impact on those lives would have on the rest of the world. So that's just an example. I'm not saying that that was actually what was going to happen. I just feel like I had this little insightful moment where I could see the possibility of how all our little interactions make the world what it is. And I'm somebody who can easily get tossed up in I'm very logical, and I like to think, well, if I do this, then the results will be that and that and that, and what will happen, and I like to weigh things carefully, and I like to be prepared, and on the kind of imbalanced side of that, I can like really stall myself out trying to think something to death. And you know, I said to my daughter that I had seen this little film in my mind, and she's like, oh, I didn't think about it. I said my point is just how often do we think about this? She goes, not very often. I just felt, oh, poor thing, I'm gonna help it. And I think to me that's kind of the point. It's good to be logical, but we can really get in over our heads. I mean, there's no way that we can foresee the possible outcomes of everything, and I think that's where our heart comes in. Not that we should leave our heads out of it, but I don't know, I just had this moment of clarity when she said that, and I was like, yeah, that's why we have our hearts to lead us, because they are connected to the wholeness, and it somehow can feel the bigger picture beyond what we're capable of calculating in our heads. And for me, as someone that can be very mental and very logical and very prone to getting into spirals of thinking, I don't know, something in it was like a relaxing thought. It's true that everything we do has consequences, but to the point that you can't think about it too much because it's just impossible to calculate, and that's why we have a heart. Okay, that was my little thought for the day. I'm home now, so short video. Talk to you next time. Bye.